If you are currently pregnant, you should be spending at least 30 minutes this week planning your postpartum, and I'm going to tell you why. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Candace. I am the founder of Care, a maternal wellness initiative based in Maryland. I have a bachelor's in health behavior science, which pretty much helps me understand people's behaviors as it relates to health and educate them on making better decisions about that. So when people think of postpartum, they think of, postpartum depression or postpartum anxiety, or more recently, postpartum psychosis. But that's not all of what postpartum is. A lot of people focus on that first year after you have a baby, and that's pretty much when your body is trying to get back to some type of normal, some type of baseline. Your hormones are out of whack, your body weight is fluctuating, your nutritional deposits they're not at the levels they should be, right? And so all of these things have an effect on our well-being, which is why we should really put more emphasis on postpartum planning. What postpartum planning is going to do: find your village. First of all, a lot of us go into where you just kind of expecting people to kind of step up just because they're friends or family. That's not always the case for everybody that just has that inbuilt village. Sometimes you have to hire your village. You have to hire a doula, you have to hire a cleaner, you have to hire maybe a private meal service or something like that. Like, that's part of your village. There's another thing that needs planning is your daily needs, right? So after you have that baby, who's going to be there for me every day? What am I going to eat? Okay, because especially if you're breastfeeding, but even if you're not breastfeeding, your body needs a whole bunch of nutrients, a lot of warm foods like stews and soups after you have a baby, because that's the easiest way it can uptake those nutrients that are now missing from your body after you just had this baby. And you need community resources. Like I said, maybe you have to hire your village, or maybe, like I just recently found out, my insurance gives out free diapers. Would I have known that if I didn't think to call? No, but I could have known that if I had taken the time out to actually plan my postpartum and see the resources that were available. So these are just like 3 things that you can do, right, when you're planning your postpartum phase. Pregnancy is 9 months, y'all. What are you going to do after? What are you going to do for you after you have this baby? What are you going to do for the baby after you have this baby? Are you able to go back to work? What's childcare looking like, right? So these are all the things that postpartum planning is designed to help you think about and have in line for when the baby comes, so you don't have to think about it. Where can you get postpartum planning done? Obviously, this is something you could very well do by yourself, but you can get postpartum planning done through Postpartum Support International, which Care is actually partnered with. On top of that, Care also offers postpartum planning, but we offer it in a coaching dynamic. So you would not only get your postpartum plan, but you would then have follow-up help for after, and that's just somebody to keep you accountable and make sure that everything is going the way that you need it to go. Emergency, you feel like you're going to harm yourself, feel like you're going to harm baby, or you just feel like you're just really not coping at all, 988 is the number that you call, and they can connect you to mental health resources and emergency help if need be. What should you grab from this video? Well, if you're pregnant, start that postpartum plan. Whether you start it by yourself, whether you get sign up for a free class through Postpartum Support International, whether you sign up for services through Care, get that postpartum planning done as soon as possible. Whether you're pregnant, preferably when you're pregnant, but if you've already had the baby, try to find some time. I know it's like the guy right now, but try to find some time to get this plan in place so that you're not struggling any more than you need to, right? You're thinking like, oh, well, I'm already past like so months of postpartum. So what? It's always good to have and know where your resources are in your community. Do a plan. It's not gonna, and the worst thing that could happen if you do this plan is that you waste some time thinking of a plan B. And as a mom, you're always thinking of a plan B anyway, so you might as well write it down. Last thing I'm gonna leave you guys with: planning ahead isn't expecting something to go wrong. It's actually giving yourself direction and support when you need it.